I was settling into Santa Cruz, becoming a little more local. Found my way around to get things done. Well, I got my parts. It's the old one with the groove, and here's a new one. Perfect. Awesome. Now let's get back to Santa Cruz. From this industrial area, but I think you can probably get anything you want made here. It cost me 20 bucks a piece. Not cheap, but these will probably last 20 years. I had these rollers custom made, but the supports closed up a little when I hammered the pins out. I needed to open them up a bit. So I wedged my mini sledgehammer in there and nudged a few millimeters. Filed off crusted salt corrosion, and voila. I've taken a better approach to care for Galopin, fixing things before they break. Otherwise, Galopin gives me shit. Je suis français, I have some feelings, you know? I am not just made of polyester, I have a heart. Alright, now let's go put these back on. So this was a little project that I did. The feet on this table used to get in the way, and I saw on a friend's boat that it was, you know, put in diagonal to the helm support. So I decided to do that and give it a try, and it works great now. And as well, it folds up and closes. Small little project, but it did get in the way, and I'm glad that's done. It's the little things in life that make you happy. Yeah, and that was little, and that made me happy. For a moment, I thought that was La Vagabonde, Sailing Channel's Rockstars. Would have been cool to hang out with YouTube's sexiest sailing couple. My neighbors here were setting off. They had star potential. A couple from the British Isles.
Are you filming?
I'm filming you. You ready, Mo?
Yeah, ready. We went up to the breakwater to see what the sea state's like, and it's a bit of swell, but I think we're still happy to go. Well, there go some more friends. Off to Cape Verde. Mo and Matisse, English and Irish. They're a really sweet couple. And as usual, miss them too. But as I've said many times before, the world is round. We'll probably bump into each other again in the future sometime. So as for me, I'm still here on Galopin in Santa Cruz, digging the vibe. Fair winds, amigos. You know, the world is round. We'll see each other again. I'm sure we will.
A few more days till I go home to Switzerland for just a week to see my mom and Mike and my brother Steph and Seb for a few days, and the snow and the cold and the warmth of the holidays. While many were going sailing, off to celebrate the coming festivities, some of us had our festivities aboard. Jean, master Swiss fondue chef, demonstrated his unique talents. He's sailing's #1 fondue maestro. His Joshua boat is a tiny corner of our beloved homeland that he shares with folks wherever he goes.
Especialidad suiza, fondue.
Tengo el honor de disfrutar aquí con un montón de suizos y franceses. Aquí en...
Some had no time for pleasantries, like Julien from Port-le-Cat, where my journey started. À bientôt, bonsoir. Bon vent, hein? That was a guy named Julien, whom I met in Port-le-Cat. He was getting his boat fixed up, and he had a horrible osmosis problem, but he obviously fixed it. He was driven, but the guy did it, and it was so cool to see him there. Unfortunately, he was just here a few days, and now he's off to Cape Verde. He's on a mission to get to the Caribbean, and it's pretty cool. So, he's a good guy. It's actually kind of cold today here, and rainy. Wow, what a change. Got some Vikings coming into more here, Norwegians. That is not a big boat, but it's their kind of weather. And
Actually, it's quite a relief. It's a Sunday, and thanks for bringing the rain. Thanks. I'm glad to be staying in and staying put. Been doing so many things, running around, and it's a perfect day to sit in the boat and do a bunch of editing, which I have to catch up to. I haven't had this much rain on the boat, I'd say in about 6 months, maybe 7 months. Pretty wild, huh? So, the rain is welcome.
So yeah, I'm not going to faraway places yet. Why? Well, being a music aficionado, I had to show you this. It's a 20-minute walk from the marina, but most sailors won't make it here. The ones that make the Canaries more of a pit stop than a cultural destination. I'm continuously enchanted by this island. I've already said it was a mini continent, but it's also a bastion of art and culture. It isn't London, Paris, or New York, thank God. It's a small island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. You gotta breathe it, eat it, feel it, live it. Estupendo.
Okay, we're out with the French crew, the young ones from the Desirade. It's a big super Maramu Amer boat, just like Delos, and they're kind of like the Delos crew because they're young and attractive. It's tough, except for the skipper. He's old like me, but attractive also.
Correction. Desirade is not a super Maramu, just a Maramu. And his crew has been stuck on this Maramu in the marina for 2 months due to engine problems. They had not been out to sea, and they wanted to see what it was like out there. This is Raphael and Cyril. This is Stéphane. The two met on the boat and found their way into the forward cabin love nest. It has a reputation, apparently.
Pretty interesting ocean sea. I just got sick. I threw up my stupid sandwich. Shouldn't have ate that. I feel much better now.
These crafty young Frenchies took me out on the town a couple days ago, and I think I was still hungover. Now here's a taste of sailing just offshore of Santa Cruz to Tenerife. Young Rafael wasn't feeling so well either. It was her first time out in a sea like this. She signed up to be a crew on Desirade, as did Cyril and Stéphane from a crew forum. They did not know each other before. Rafaela was still a bit pale, but we jibed and went downwind, much more comfortable in the waves. I told her to face the ocean, watch the horizon and waves, and take it all in. She then felt better. So the young crew had their Atlantic christening. Now they can kind of be like the Delos crew.
All right, the young crew is about to take off to Cape Verde. I'm about to take off to Switzerland. These guys are cool enough to take me to the airport. Cyril and Rafaela. Hey! Hey! And good old mechanical Stefan. Hey! Who fixed the motor. So they're taking off Saturday, man. All goes well.
Yes, Saturday.
Yes. Perhaps, maybe.
No, it's true.
You can never say that. I'm sure. When I come back, they might still be here. I'm coming back in 7 days. They'll be cool.
No.
They're fun to party with.
2 months ago, they set off to go to Cape Verde. But their engine revved out of control and they were forced to turn around. They had the similar problem as me. Diesel in the oil. Christian here had the engine taken out and partially reconditioned. And Stefan here reinstalled it after having taken it out. 2 days later, they set off. The old Perkins was back in business and they headed to Cape Verde for the holidays. And I would be taking a plane back to Switzerland for the holidays.